Is there any other new social platform out that you can think that has really caught on? I can't even think of one that people have even begun talking about because TikTok has been so dominant.
The only thing I've seen is maybe like streaming platforms like Twitch or Kick.
I do feel like that there's some level at which that is true, but I think that, we learned that lesson like with Clubhouse, which is that you can only tune in for so many hours a day. And one of the big innovations of the internet is that you can tune in at any time and watch whatever content you want. So I think they're just inherent, lines around those boxes, so to speak. And so what is the next thing? This is what you're talking about, is that extension to that box. It's YouTube again. I think this is the big thing that we've discovered in the past year, which is that YouTube really feels like it is that next sandbox. But it's those construction workers coming out and they took your sandbox and put it in the middle of a beach or something like that, and then connected your sandbox to the beach, and now suddenly you've got the whole ocean to play with. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it. It's like the sandbox opened up to a beach.
Yeah, and so now you're all there.
That beach is unlimited.
Exactly.
It's like discovering an ocean.
Yeah.
And there's tons of oceanfront property that hasn't been built on.
Exactly.
So one of the things that I've learned in the last year that I think is really significant that I just never paid attention to. So I always paid attention to content and platforms and what creators are doing. I just never paid attention to the device and the behaviors based off of that device. So you just mentioned it. You were watching on a desktop computer or a laptop on a browser, first off, okay? Set aside the behavior of all that. It was just that. And then you're starting to watch on an iPad, which is a little bit smaller, or the laptops get smaller. And then, of course, once it became realistic with internet getting faster, cell phone signal getting stronger, and the phones getting better, we're watching on the phone, right? Yeah. Even though it's not ideal to watch content, it was good enough. And as that phone went vertical in terms of content creation, hence Musical.ly, TikTok, Shorts, Reels, everything, right? Everything went. It's like you just said, even when you're watching proper YouTube videos, you kept your phone vertical. How many times? And you may be reading comments just because you don't want to turn it.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. So I didn't realize that until the TV stats came into play on the analytics, and it started to creep up. And then this year, 2025, we talk about this a lot. TV is the number one device.
Yeah, on YouTube.
The device might be one of the biggest determining facts of how people watch content.
Seriously.
How people consume content, right?
100%
that no
agree.
one was really ever talking about it.
No.
Maybe all the engineers at YouTube
Yeah.
or the people in that space. Like this is where you're the one that
Yes.
kind of made me realize it, because when I started doing this new style of vlogging that's getting us more views and getting so many creators I coach get more views, I never thought about the device as being the thing.
It was the platform.
Influence that, right?
It was like TikTok or YouTube
Yeah.
or Instagram, right? It was the platform that people cared about.
I always just thought, hey, this is like where the cool kids are.
Yeah.
Not even me. I'm talking about the actual cool
No,
kids,
I
like
understand.
a Sam Solik and these ones doing 60-minute videos.
Yeah.
Not realizing, remember this, a thing, not all sandboxes succeed.
Yeah.
There's been new platforms that just don't go anywhere.
In fact, most don't succeed.
Yeah, you still pay attention to them, right? I mean, not all sandboxes go somewhere, right? Not all platforms do anything. Even if there's a new one, it doesn't mean the old one goes away. The difference now, though, is this device. I mean, I have this in the background for a reason.
Pull that thing out.
It's so big. It's so big. It's like what you said about the beach.
Yes.
A sandbox to a beach. We've never seen this.
Here's your sandbox.
Yeah.
There's your beach.
And so I always thought it was these cool kids. You are the one that actually, ironically, were the one that said this is the new wave of creators. Would you call it?
Well, there's
What's the term?
Oh, what is? Yeah, the new wave. Yeah.
The new wave.
Yeah,
of
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
The new wave of YouTube. Okay. So they thought they're cool because their videos are getting so many views. And these are the new thing back then was, right? We're talking 2020 to like 2023, arguably, was to just do videos that weren't edited very much.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when you're allowed to put up a video that's not edited as much? Well, what's stopping you from doing a 20-minute video?
Yeah.
What's stopping you from doing a 30-minute video? All the while, just like me, they had no idea what was actually driving that.
Yeah.
And what was driving that was people were watching more content on the TV. This was the ultimate sandbox, though, because there was absolutely no competition, tons of demand.
Yeah.
So there was tons of people watching it. And the thing is, what do you want to watch on your TV? You definitely don't want to watch a TikTok.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch a 1 minute video. You don't even want to watch 3 and 5 minute, maybe even 10-minute videos. You'd rather watch what we used to watch in the 90s and 2000s. 30-minute show, hour-long special, 2-hour movies. So I think everyone's starting to realize this now. Different behavior because it's a different device.
You guys know about Starlink. Yeah. Starlink,
Yes.
I think, is pretty popular.
Yeah.
It's the big satellite thing that Elon Musk owns that gives you,
Internet anywhere.
internet anywhere through little satellites.
Pretty
that are
fast
going-
too, by the way. I
It's-
got it
oh,
on
really?
Hawaiian Airlines. Crazy fast.
I've heard really good things about it.
Well, you know what's
crazy?
crazy about Starlink too is, did you follow that? I mean, this is kind of a TikTok thing, but did you follow that Sailing with Phoenix guy that sailed from
I did.
here to Hawaii? I mean, it's kind of like an afterthought, but that whole thing became possible, and the reason he became popular was essentially because of Starlink.
Yes, and
'Cause
that's
he was-
exactly where I'm going with this, which is that the infrastructure, if you want to take one lesson, right, it is that the infrastructure enables these new frontiers. It creates literally the sandboxes. It literally creates the new sandboxes.
Yeah.
And the platforms, they know this. These people are really smart. They get this stuff, and they understand how to drive this innovation, right? And the predecessor to Starlink was an early experiment by Google, actually. I don't know if you guys know. Have you guys heard of this
Are you
before?
talking about the planes that fly over?
It's
and they
not
keep
even a
internet?
plane.
Okay,
It was
it's a drone?
literally balloons.
Oh,
They
balloons.
filled up, like, I'm not joking. They filled up balloons with helium and put these things and flew them over Africa to try and get internet connection to Africa, to spread out the internet connection, to have more places for Google to land. It's
wow.
exactly what we experienced in the
Philippines.
Philippines with people having phones. It's exactly what Facebook did. Actually, literally Mark Zuckerberg, through royal decree, basically said, on Thursdays, everybody's going to go through a 2G connection on their phone at work because we want to make sure that Facebook works well in low bandwidth environments like the Philippines, right? They get this. And so understanding where that new infrastructure is, understanding the bigger world is kind of interesting. But you don't need to do that if you're following the people, right? Like you said, if you know where the tastemakers are, if you know where the youth is, if you're seeing where these little sandboxes are, and good proxies for all of those things are new platforms, and we're learning now new devices as well. And I bring up the infrastructure thing and the device thing because from a computer science perspective, from a tech world business perspective, people understand that the device drives behavior. So when you talk about it, you're like, oh, these programmers out there, maybe they're thinking about this type of thing. I guarantee you they're thinking about this type of thing. And YouTube just got lucky that it worked on the phone at all, right? TikTok was destined to be the thing that was going to win on the phone.
Yeah.
And so look for new devices, look for new areas where people can go, and look for where the youth and the tastemakers are, I think is sort of the lesson here. And I think that answers, hopefully, Cameron, why someone like the person we're talking about at the beginning of this would have some level of interest in YouTube, because YouTube is back, really is the lesson. And the reason YouTube is back is because there's a new device.